Hey guys, QuickyBaby here, bringing you a preview of the new Tier 8 tank destroyer, which is a premium tank, the Jagdtiger 88mm. Now, the key difference between this and the Jagdtiger at Tier 9 is the gun. This uses an 88mm, where the Jagdtiger uses a 128. So the main difference here is that the Jagdtiger 88 has a very high rate of fire, as we can see there, of 11.11 rounds per minute. However, its average penetration is not brilliant for a Tier 8 tank destroyer, and its average damage per shell is not brilliant either. However, this gives us a DPM of 10% higher than the new T110 in the 7.4 patch, and it's in line roughly with a pattern, so that we can get an idea. Of course, you're going to have to hit a lot more shells with a lot less penetration than you might be used to for a Tier 8 tank destroyer. After playing this a few games, this means that this gets quite a few bounces, even though it's very accurate and its aim time is sufficient. So just to clarify these changes, I'm going to bring up the old Jagdtiger stats here. So there we can see the 128mm with a 5.25 rate of fire. However, the excellent alpha damage of 560 on the Jagdtiger, which makes it feared. So what this means is the new Jagdtiger has better accuracy, better aim time. It's going to have a worse final engine for the same weight, which means it'll be more sluggish. However, its suspension is slightly better, with 1 extra degree per second turning potential. So overall, what do I think of the Jagdtiger at Tier 8? I think that while the gun's rate of fire is excellent, the penetration is substandard. And what this means is that you're going to find it very hard to duke it out with higher tiered targets or heavily armoured targets, even at range, which is what the original Jagdtiger was completely feared for. It didn't matter what tank was in front of it. Its high penetration and excellent alpha damage would take a significant chunk out of everything. Combining this with the Jagdtiger's original, still fairly good rate of fire, meant that targets would be really afraid of it from the front. However, now, unless you're shooting lower tiered targets, I don't feel like the Jagdtiger can do the alpha damage to really scare them. So what this means is that highly armoured targets with slower reload rates will come around a corner, shoot you once, you might hit them once, and then they pull back. They've got much higher penetration than you, and their alpha damage is much higher. So overall, the new Jagdtiger needs to be played in a situation where it feels it's going to be able to have multiple shots at targets which are completely in the open, wait for a target, ambush them and try and take them out as quickly as possible. However, with its low penetrating gun and low alpha damage, you'll often have to hit tracks multiple times to immobilize your enemy target. I feel that while this is an interesting tank, it's going to have pretty good matchmaking to make this worthwhile to purchase over, say, a Tier 8 heavy premium. However, for the new player who wants to play a tank destroyer and is very interested in German vehicles, the Jagdtiger might be an option and might be an attractive purchase. However, I feel for players who are more experienced with more tanks unlocked, this tank doesn't really provide a niche or anything new. The excellent frontal armour of the Jagdtiger is only useful at long ranges because of the incredible weakness of the lower plate. This, combined with the low alpha damage, albeit high DPM, mean that it's not a tank that I feel is going to have a huge impact in games such as maybe that a low can if it's played very well, or a T34 can. So thanks a lot for watching my video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this 7.4 preview. I have a lot of 7.4 preview videos out at the moment, so please feel free to check them out. If this guide has been helpful to you, please give it a like at the bottom, and if you feel so inclined and want to see more QuickyBaby content, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and good luck on the battlefield.